All right. Happy Friday, everybody. You have the one and only the GOAT, Dead Press Picks. What is up, my guy?
What's up, my man? Happy it's Friday. How you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Thank you, everybody, for jumping on Two in the Zone. We do this every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, courtesy of our friends at Seven Stack Sports, the best Twitter book around. I know there's a lot of issues with some other books right now, whether it's like I don't know, internet thing or whatever. But Seven Stack Sports is always going to be around for you, 24/7 customer service, 365 all year round. They do only have minus 105 juice lines when it comes to the NBA and NFL all season long. I know they give out a lot of odds boosts. Basically, every single big game, there's a big odds boost, and then there's promotions that you can jump on, Dead, like 150%, 200%, whatever it is. Seven Stacks is gonna hook you up. Key thing is to let them know that either myself, AC, or DPP, Dead Prez Picks, sent you to him, and he'll make sure to hook you up. All right. We don't need to go too deep into last night's games, Dad, but I'll just quickly recap it. Pacers won 122, 113 at home. Nets took care of your Sixers there, 114, 105. Durant was just crazy in the fourth quarter. The Knicks, bing bong, on the road, won 116 to 103 against the Houston Rockets. And over there, and then the final game, the Wizards are in a crazy slump right now, man. They lost to the Suns 118 to 98. The Suns just keep winning, even though it's the most square play basically almost every NBA night. But all right, let's get into tonight's games, man.
Yes, sir. So, also just want to remind you guys, retweet this video. Seven Stacks. They always give 10 people $10. Use that money for something. Get some beers tonight. Have fun. Do something with it. But make sure you guys do retweet this video below because it is obviously a very cool deal that Seven Stacks does. But let's get into tonight's games. Guys, again, thank you to our sponsor, Seven Stacks Sports. As AC said, make sure you guys take advantage. The best sports book on Twitter. Let's kick this off with the Heat and the Magic. But there's Heat against my Sixers there. AC, they put a to them with their G League squad. Gabe Vincent turned into Steph Curry. Some other things happened where they just – I mean, hey, you got to give credit where it's due. Magic, we know about, this season. They have just been so difficult to back. And again, COVID news now hitting them. Mo Wagner's out tonight. Terrence Ross, RJ Hampton, Gary Harris still day-to-day. For the Heat, it looks like Tyler Hero is trending towards playing. Okay. So they should get Hero back tonight. But the Heat are laying 7.5. I'm staying away from this game because it is just COVID city with Orlando all of a sudden. And then the Heat, they've had injuries all season, non-COVID related, but just guys out. Do you have any thoughts on this game tonight?
Yeah, I'm looking at the injury report, and obviously some of these are outdated, but I see 11 guys on the Orlando Magic injury report. Some of them are going to play tonight, but a team only has 12 players, and they have 11 on the report, whether they're questionable, out, or injured. So that is crazy. This is I'm not from Florida, but I've kind of followed this trend now for a while. But when these two Floridian teams play, Miami and Orlando, they actually are a lot closer than people think, even when one team's a lot better than the other or one team's a lot worse. So I think the value here is going to be Orlando. The line is steaming like crazy to Miami. With that being said, I'm never going to put my hard-earned money on Orlando. It's just a lean, man.
Yeah, I think this is the perfect we talk about these games all the time. You see stay away games, right? When there's a slate pretty sizable. I don't think you get involved. Maybe for going to the game, you bet something. Bet like first basket. Save your money.
There you go.
Make it something cool. Let's move along to the Atlanta Hawks. Clint Capella now looking like he will not play. An undisclosed illness. He's considered questionable, so I don't want to say he's out for sure, but that could be something, obviously, to keep an eye on because of their rim protection in this game. We know Bogdan, DeAndre Hunter. Now you look at the Nuggets injury report. Just want to note Bol now is out with health and safety protocol. So there's a chance that continues to spread. Usually when you see one guy go out, it's kind of a domino effect. There's another one or two.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. But the current line -2.5 for Atlanta. They're back to 500 basketball. Both of these teams 14-14. Hawks coming off a nice win over the Magic. They took care of business, did what they were supposed to do. The last time these teams met up, AC in Denver, the Nuggets kind of put it to them 105-96.
Yep.
Give me your thoughts on this one, because I right now I like the Hawks, but I want to make sure the guys are in who we expect to be in.
Yeah, so the trend that everybody kind of knew heading into the season is Atlanta is mediocre on the road, but they're elite at home when they play in Atlanta. That trend is kind of dead right now. They haven't covered their last 5 home games in Atlanta. I know because I've backed them 2 of those 5 games, so I've taken 2 of those L's. For this season, they're only 7-7 against the spread at home. They started off hot, 6-1 in Atlanta. So I don't know. Maybe it's a streak that they're gonna turn around and flip tonight. But I actually think the play is Denver, man. I think without Capella, there's not going to be enough size to really deal with Jokic. Jokic is still the best player on this in this game, right? Whether it doesn't matter how good Ice Trey is, but Jokic is your reigning MVP. He does everything for that team. And if it's just to be John Collins D'ing him up, I think he's a little too undersized. He's a great athlete, but not as disciplined on defense. So he might get into foul trouble pretty early in this game if he's the primary defender on Jokic. I like Denver, man.
It's a good point there. See, also maybe some Jokic props in this game, if no Capella, who's going to be able to stop him. Also, his rebound props. So keep an eye on that, because if Capella doesn't go, then we know how that goes. Gets a little clouded there with backing Atlanta. Let's move along to the game of the night here. I see Warriors and Celtics. All of a sudden, the Celtics again hit by some COVID news. Jabari Parker, Grant Williams, or Jabari Parker, he's been outside. He's already in the injury report. Grant Williams and Al Horford ruled out with COVID. So give me your thoughts on this Warriors game tonight. Now, currently, Jordan Poole also listed out for the Warriors.
That's big.
Which, yeah, very, very big one. Warriors sitting currently at that -4 spot on the road. What's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, I think Jordan Poole, low key, is the second most important player for them on offense. In terms of just scoring the ball. Obviously, Draymond Green is always going to be the creator. He's always going to be the guy that the offense runs through. The Warriors are playing well, and without Draymond, they're a different team. But I think Jordan Poole's ability to score, just to put the ball in the bucket, is really what sets this team apart from other great teams. And I think the Warriors are kind of feeling it from like a fatigue standpoint, Dad. Like, they've been on such a hot run. Everybody's talking about it. They know they're about to get 2 of their horses back in Klay Thompson and James Wiseman. I think everyone's just trying to get to that finish line, the finish line of having those guys come back. So in their last 6 games, they're only 2-4 against the spread, which is not great for a team that's 23-5 overall. So the value here to me is Boston. Boston's playing a little better. They came off 3 straight losses, but before that, they killed Portland. They just killed the Bucks, I think 3 nights ago on Tuesday. So they're home now. I think they're going to be comfortable. I like the Celtics here, but it's hard to bet against the Warriors, right? They are just an elite team. I think the loss of Jordan Poole, if he doesn't go tonight, is going to be pretty big.
I'm with you there. I think it is the Celtics play despite no Al and Grant Williams. And Williams, got to give him a lot of credit. He's been great this year shooting the 3 ball. So something to keep an eye on there, AC, is who's going to step up. But they have guys I think who can maybe step in, get it done, give me the Celtics with the points. Bucks Pelicans, didn't think there'd be a time in the year where the Bucks was -2. But let's look at the injury report and be real about it.
Yeah.
Giannis out, obviously. DiVincenzo. Well, DiVincenzo came back actually, but then got COVID. So you just feel for him. He's had a tough season. Bobby Portis, a guy who, remember, I took the Bucks against the Pacers, and I said he's the type of guy who can step up. Now he's also out. Chris Middleton, considered day-to-day, so keep an eye. He's trending towards not playing, it looks like. And then Thanasis has hit the injury report also for the Bucks. So it is a long list. I think the Pelicans. How can't the Pelicans win tonight? I know they're not the best team, but what do you think about this one?
Yeah, they just beat OKC. They beat Detroit before that, so they took care of business against 2 pretty bad teams. New Orleans is bad themselves, but the fact that they're beating them pretty comfortably is a big sign. And the Bucks, without all those guys that you mentioned, is a bad team. So, man, I don't know. This one's tough. Again, the NBA is getting ravaged right now with COVID and all this injury stuff, but the coaching is going to be, favoring the Bucks side. They still have Drew. Chris, I think, is playing tonight. But this is tough, man. It's probably a layoff for me. What about you? It's a Pelicans screamer, but I don't know if I can do it.
You said it. I
Yeah.
love it. I love the scream. We haven't had a screamer in a while.
Yeah. My confidence is shot right now, man.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you just get royally fucked on bad beats. They say it's not your fault. You know, I'm gonna say in this one, I'm gonna go Pelicans here because, like you said, I just don't like. I know that they still obviously have some guys who can step up and get it done, but Pelicans have to take care of business when there's just not enough guys on that court that can get it done, in my opinion, for the Bucks. So give me the Pels tonight. Spurs Jazz AC. The Jazz continue to lay these big spreads and just somehow they're always like down right in the second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna start live betting the Jazz. I feel like they're always down in like the second quarter by 8, and then I look and they're up by 20 at half. What's your thoughts on this 11.5? I'm not touching this one for the Spurs. At first, I was like, I kind of like the Spurs. I'm not going there. What's your thoughts?
Two teams are actually kind of rolling. The Jazz are 4-1 against the spread in the last 5. The Spurs are 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. So even a bigger sample size there. They're only 10-17 on the year, but 7-3 against the spread last 10. That is pretty impressive. They cover when they're on the road as well. In 12 away games, they've covered 7 of them. So that's a nice like 58, 59%. The play here, in my opinion, is San Antonio, but like Dad alluded to, the Jazz, if they just turn it on, they can score 20 points in a blink of an eye. They can shoot threes from anywhere. And then if they miss the 3, Gobert's going to get the offensive rebound, put up a dumb little flip shot and get an and one. It's very, very frustrating watching the Jazz and backing fading the Jazz, but they're just good, man, when it comes to the regular season. I don't know. For me, I can't do, it's too big of a square play, Dad. I would lean the Spurs. Officially is going to be a layoff, but maybe the over. Both teams are over teams, so maybe I like the over here at 226.
Yeah, I think it's a play where it could potentially be an over spot. Jazz, though, man. I can't fade them when they get a lot of points. I always think like, hey, look, it looks like a lot of points. I say this like every episode. It looks like a lot of points, and then when you get down to it, those points vanish quickly against the Jazz. They go on a lot of runs. They shoot the 3 ball exceptionally. And they're really, they're like statistically, I don't think they're a great defensive team, but they match up really well.
We just need them to play against the best cover team in the league. We need them to play against the Cavs. That's what we want.
What do you think that spread is? Well, I guess it depends where it is. But all right, if it's in Utah and they're laying 11, you taking the Cavs?
No, man, the Cavs will win straight up, man. The Cavs will win straight up. They're the best team in the league.
They're playing like it. All right, Lakers, T-Wolves, AC. Again, this is an ESPN game tonight. Line is currently even. Thing with the Lakers, man, when you bet them early, because I've done it, Anthony Davis and LeBron James must have sit there like 10 minutes before and be like, do I feel like playing? Do I not? These guys just sit like randomly, and it's irritating as a gambler because you want to get out in front of lines, right? And now you have the COVID factor as well. But I have a weird feeling that
one of them are going to sit.
Well, I'm looking at the injury report. Yeah, I have a weird feeling one of them sits. What do you think?
I kind of have that feeling too, but it is ESPN, right? Like LeBron James, he shouldn't sit these type of games. Same with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, bro, is struggling like crazy this year. Like we're not even talking about this could be his worst year so far, to be honest. I think he's shooting like 15 or 18% from 3. He's not getting to the line. He's had a couple great moments when it comes to defense, but it's not like if people remember Anthony Davis when he was on the Pelicans, he was guarding 1 to 5. He was basically blocking every, shooter that wants to shoot over him and then grabbing the rebound and then going coast to coast like that. Anthony Davis is gone. The crazy thing is he's only like 27, 28 years old. So it's maybe because he's just so lanky and long. He's injury prone. Russell Westbrook is out tonight. That's a big loss for the Lakers, but man, there's no Anthony Edwards, man. I think he's the best second-year player. That includes LaMelo Anthony. He's been on a tear. He just made 10 threes last night, 2 nights ago, maybe against the Denver Nuggets. He tore up Aaron Gordon, who's a solid defender. Without Anthony Davis, I don't think Carl Anthony Towns is going to be enough for the T-Wolves. So even if it's just LeBron or if it's just Anthony Davis, sorry, if there's no Anthony Edwards tonight for the T-Wolves, I don't think they have enough offense. Give me the Lakers.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one because the list now they got hit with COVID. The Lakers, right? Horton Tucker, and now Malik Monk and Horton Tucker hit at the same time. Now Avery Bradley, Westbrook,
All their
Dwight,
guards.
they're all out, right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean they just signed Isaiah Thomas to a contract. They're reeling for help at that guard position. We saw Reeves step it up. If LeBron and AD go though, they should still win this game. I agree because of the absence of Anthony Edwards. It's a tough game. Like, do you want to get involved betting a game where there's so many guys out with COVID and
there's no way you can touch this game? Maybe a second half spot. You and I, we text all the time. That's something we can do. Like we could see, both superstars are playing, and Carl Anthony Towns just went for like 30 in the first half to keep it close.
Right.
Then it'll probably be a Lakers spot in the second half.
No, I'm with you there. All right, AC, let's move it along. 2 games left, guys. Thank you again to our sponsor, 7 Stack Sports. This episode we breezed through a little bit, so probably won't reach that quite 30-minute mark today. But we do want to thank our sponsor at 7 Stacks. Follow them on Twitter. Right now, what a time to sign up with them. Take advantage a 200% free play bonus. Remember, guys, if you signed up before Friday, so sign up today, get it done, get it in. 24/7 customer service. We've worked with them for a long time. I see amazing people there. Really do love everyone over there with 7 Stack Sports, continuously helping the people out, doing a bunch of promotions. Even on this video, guys, if you're watching, retweet for a chance to win $10. Thank you to everyone again for tuning in. And remember, you guys can watch these back after we wrap this up. AC, just 2 games left, man. Let's breeze through them here. Hornets and T-Wolves, or Hornets and T-Wolves, Hornets and Blazers. Blazers, they have.
Oh my gosh, it's another Blazers play dead.
What do they do to us? I don't know how to explain it, but they just break our hearts like slow. Like the thing when I watch a Blazers game is they don't break. Like it happens so quick that I feel like they come on the run. We're feeling good, and then boom, they just break our hearts.
They always come back, dude. They always come back in the third quarter, and then
third quarter comeback. I think.
Yes, and then they take a lead in the fourth, and then they think they can still play that same way. And then they just lose. And it's so annoying, man. You and I have lost a lot of bets on Portland late. It's another Portland play tonight. It's open up at 2. Now it's -3 Portland's favor. Let me see if I have that correct. Yeah, -3 Portland. It's a Portland play. I don't know if I can do it. I don't have the cojones to put my heart on the line again for the Blazers. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just come out and just blow the Hornets out again. Hornets are missing half their team. I think PJ Washington is coming back tonight, but the other talent that they have, and LaMelo's out. Gordon Hayward had a nice game the last time they played. I think he had like 41 points. So props to him. But no, man, I think it's a Blazers play. They gotta like win, right? They're like on a 7-8 game losing streak.
Do they? Have to? I don't know. I mean, the thing is, and I've been saying this all year because coming into the year, Dame's one of my favorite players in the league, right? I love everything he's about.
You would still take him in a second in Philly, right?
Oh yeah. There's no doubt. But the thing is he seems to me a tad disinterested playing, and I think that slight level of focus that he's missing is what's holding his play back. And he's very open. Like I love the loyalty, right? We don't see it as often. We just saw it with Giannis be rewarded with the Bucks. Like that was awesome, right? How can't you root for Giannis? Wins with the team who took a shot on him instead of taking the LeBron route and joining the super teams. The thing about Dame though is he really doesn't have like you look at that Portland roster.
There's no way, yeah.
Like how could championship you would laugh, right? Talking about that. CJ's a nice player. He's a 3 on most teams, most good teams, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, with CJ still out, obviously that would help having him a lot. I think Anthony Simons is a really, really good young player. Like I think he has all-star potential that he could hit. But man, I don't know. I wanted to like on paper, yeah, it's a Blazers play, but I don't know if they have the intensity, right? I don't know if they have the heart to play at the moment.
And then we've seen also a couple times already Chauncey Billups just not really coaching and adjusting well on the fly. It is his first year, so It's hard to always. It's hard every time to back the Blazers because there are, like Dad said, so many things that go against you. A being motivation and just the willingness to win is what Dad is pointing out. So I agree with that, man. But sometimes we gotta trust it. Again, I don't know if I'm gonna put real money on this game, but I do think it's a Blazers play for me.
Mm-hmm. All right, I see final game of the night, guys. Appreciate everybody for hopping on. I know it's Friday. Everyone wants to get out for the weekend. So AC and I figured we do a little bit of a 2-minute drill for a show today and try and get us through these games quick. Hope you guys are also enjoying watching these bowl games. If you need a sports book to bet all the bowl games, some great lines on 7 Stacks as well. Instead of you're getting that -110, some books at AC are even doing like -116 now. Instead of that, they're trying to screw you a little bit with the juice. 7 Stacks are -105 lines on the spread. So make sure you guys take advantage. Really, really good deal from Stacks. Last game of the night, AC, and it is a game that I am staying far, far away from. Like a crazy X, AC, we're staying as far away as we can.
I couldn't name you the starting 5 for either team.
Well, that's what I'm worried about, because I'm looking at the injury report. So Rashawn Holmes out, Fox out, Len out, right? Halliburton doesn't. I don't think he'll play based on this line.
I doubt he plays. Yeah.
And then
they have 0 size. They have all 4 centers out, right? Bagley, Rashawn Holmes, Len, Metu.
Yeah, Metu's considered day-to-day. I don't think he'll play. And then for the Grizz, you still have Clark out, obviously Ja, Zaire Williams, and Sam Merrill. So give me your thoughts. Do they cover that 6.5? Because I doubt you're betting on this, right? Who's betting on this game?
There's no way I'm betting on this. If I had to gun to my head, I would probably just choose the under, just because it's gonna be 10 players that nobody's ever heard of, and I don't know if they can really shoot the ball. It's kind of like baseball, right?
Why is it 221? I just look
because it's Kings at home. It's Kings at home. Everyone likes the over. But I guess the metaphor I was gonna say is that it's kind of like a baseball team. Like the high end baseball teams, they have a really good farm system, right? So they can bring players up and kind of replace starters when people get hurt. The lower end teams can't really do that. Like they don't have the depth. And I think we're seeing that with the NBA right now. Like you're going to have to look at some of these lower level teams. Their 1 to 12 is already not good. So there's no way their G League affiliated teams are going to be good too, So this one's tough, man. I lean the under. What about you?
You just talked me into the under there, AC, because I think it's an underplay. Just because, like you say, like who's scoring the points? I do worry that, because at the same time, who's defending the basket for the Kings?
True.
No big men. So it's a game. Look, I'm staying as far away from as possible. It's just not a game I want to be involved in. There's too much value on the board today in other spots. There's too many games. We got bowl games tonight, AC. We got college basketball. There's more than just that game. But AC, a great week of shows here, my man. It combined.
Yes, sir.
How many views we're getting these episodes? 5,000, 6,000. So we really appreciate everybody who is watching. Remember, you guys can play these back as well. We'll tweet them out throughout the night. Although it is a Friday night, and we know everyone's going to want to get to it. Have a great weekend. AC, always a pleasure. Thank you to our sponsor, 7 Stacks, and we will see you guys back here on Monday.
All right. Later.